Why the Chiefs' Week 18 loss to Denver was no big deal. Chiefs fans, before you panic about that 38-0 drubbing in Denver, take a deep breath. This Week 18 regular season finale against the Broncos was about as meaningful as a preseason game, and Andy Reid played it that way. In this breakdown, we'll unpack why the loss doesn't matter, highlight key takeaways, and address the wild conspiracy theories about Kansas City throwing the game. Drop a comment below with your thoughts, hit that like button, and subscribe for more Chiefs insights as we head into the playoffs. A meaningless game with a clear plan. The Chiefs rolled into Denver with their number 1 seed and first round bye already locked up, delayed by crazy Kansas City weather that held up their plane. Andy Reid, a coaching veteran who's been resting starters for decades, had 2 priorities: show nothing from the playbook and get out healthy. Mission accomplished. Kansas City played their backups, treated the game like a scrimmage, and didn't risk their key players. The Broncos, fighting for a playoff spot, went all in and secured the 7th seed with a dominant performance. For the Chiefs, though, this game was irrelevant. A vanilla game plan and backup bonanza. With no starters on the field for more than a handful of snaps, the Chiefs' lineup looked like a practice squad audition. The offensive line was a patchwork crew: DJ Humphries at left tackle, Kingsley Suamataia at left guard, Hunter Nerzett at center, CJ Hansen at right guard, and Wanya Morris at right tackle. The starting trio of Joe Thuney, Creed Humphrey, and Trey Smith played just 3 snaps before exiting. At receiver, Juju Smith-Schuster, Justin Watson, and Nico Remigio saw most of the action, with Xavier Worthy limited to 1 snap and no DeAndre Hopkins or Hollywood Brown. Tight end Noah Gray played 4 snaps, while Peyton Hendershot handled the rest. Carson Steele led the run game, and backup QB Carson Wentz went 10-for-17 for 98 yards, no touchdowns, no picks, and 4 sacks. The offense was out of sync, never reached the red zone, and converted just 1 of 9 third downs, with Denver dominating time of possession 42 minutes to 18. On defense, stars like Chris Jones, George Karlaftis, Trent McDuffie, Nick Bolton, Drew Tranquill, and Justin Reid barely played or sat out entirely. Tershawn Wharton and Mike Dana saw limited snaps, while Felix Anyudike-Uzomah, Charles Omenihu, Mike Pennell, Marlon Tuipulotu, and Derek Nady handled the defensive line. Linebacker Cam Jones led all defenders in snaps, with Leo Chenal and practice squad addition Blake Lynch seeing significant time. In the secondary, Nazeeh Johnson, Joshua Williams, Keith Taylor, and Roland Wallace got reps, with rookie safety Jaden Hicks standing out as a bright spot with several promising plays. Denver's Bo Nix carved up the secondary, going 26-for-29 for 321 yards, 4 touchdowns, and no interceptions. Cortland Sutton neared 100 receiving yards, and Devon Vele made a highlight reel touchdown catch off a deflection. The Broncos went 4 for 5 in the red zone and 10 for 14 on third downs, converting both fourth down attempts. The Chiefs' defense, running a vanilla scheme, got worked over, but that was by design. Reid wasn't about to reveal anything with the playoffs looming. Key takeaways from a throwaway game. Despite the lopsided score, there were a few things worth noting. DJ Humphries shakes off rust. The left tackle, coming off an ACL injury and a recent hamstring issue, held his own against Denver's elite pass rush. PFF graded him poorly, but he gave up fewer pressures than reported, closer to 3 than 6. Playing next to rookie Kingsley Suamataia instead of All-Pro Joe Thuney, Humphries showed enough to likely start in the divisional round. The Chiefs face a choice: stick with Humphries at left tackle and Thuney at left guard, or revert to Thuney at tackle and Mike Caliendo at guard. Reid's likely to go with Humphries to stabilize the line and boost the run game. Harrison Butker's shaky return. Since returning from injured reserve, Butker's missed a field goal or extra point in 3 of 4 games, including a 51-yarder against Denver. Before his injury, he was 19-for-20 on extra points and 18-for-20 on field goals. The misses aren't all his fault. 1 extra point was pushed back by a penalty, but it's a slight concern. With rest before the playoffs, expect him to regain his pre-injury form. Carson Wentz isn't Patrick Mahomes. Social media roasted Wentz's performance, with some even calling for Chad Henne's return. Sorry, Henne's retired. Wentz, rusty from no regular season reps, struggled behind a makeshift line with no playmakers to throw to. He's a clear upgrade over past backup Blaine Gabbert, but the ideal scenario is Mahomes staying healthy so Wentz never sees the field. Jaden Hicks shines. The rookie safety made several standout plays, reinforcing his potential as a future cornerstone in the secondary. With cornerback depth beyond Trent McDuffie still a concern, Hick's emergence is a positive sign. The Chiefs also opened Jalen Watson's 21-day IR return window, which could bolster the cornerback room for the playoffs. Debunking the tanking nonsense. The wildest narrative to come out of this game? Claims that the Chiefs threw it to keep the Cincinnati Bengals out of the playoffs. Denver's win eliminated the 9-8 Bengals, who missed the postseason despite Joe Burrow's efforts, and fired DC Lou Anarumo as a result. Some fans pointed to Kansas City resting starters as proof they were dodging a potential Bengals matchup. Let's set the record straight. The Ravens, Bills, Texans, Eagles, and Rams also rested starters in Week 18, but only the Chiefs caught flack. Reid's been resting key players in meaningless games for years. It's standard practice for locked-in playoff teams. The Chiefs weren't scared of Cincinnati. They were protecting their stars and hiding their playbook, especially with Denver now a potential wild-card opponent. Buffalo, the likely next hurdle for the 7th-seeded Broncos, will be a tough out, but Kansas City wasn't playing 4D chess to manipulate the bracket. Looking ahead to the playoffs. The Chiefs treated this game like a preseason tune-up, and that's fine. Their focus is on the divisional round, where they'll face a yet-to-be-determined opponent. The vanilla game plan ensured no strategic leaks, and getting out healthy was the priority. The secondary remains a question mark, but Watson's potential return and Hick's growth offer hope. Humphrey's performance suggests the offensive line could stabilize, and Butker's likely to shake off his recent misses with rest. Chiefs Kingdom, what's your take? Are you worried about the secondary, or confident in Reid's playoff prep? Drop a comment, smash that like button if this breakdown gave you clarity, and subscribe for more Chiefs coverage as we gear up for the postseason. The road to another Super Bowl starts soon. Let's see if Kansas City can keep the dynasty rolling.